Hey guys, I'm back again with a brand new video for you all, and yesterday we talked about the best teams that we can use for the Open Great League. Today we'll be talking about the best cores that we can use and the best teams that we can build around these best cores in the Open Great League. In this video we'll be covering the new cores, and we'll be talking about the new cores that we have not talked yet. And 3 weeks ago I released a video of 10 best cores, and we'll not be talking about those cores, but we'll be talking about some new cores, and those 10 cores are also best, and these 10 cores will also be good in this Open Great League. If you want to check out other 10 cores, then do check out my 3 weeks old video. And before we start the video, I want to request everybody, please subscribe the channel if you have not yet, and if you like our contents, do join our Discord server, the link is in the description. And if you want your battle videos to be shoutcasted in the channel, then please send me your battle videos. The forum link is given in the description. And if you want to join the channel membership, then please do check out the channel membership perks. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So the first core that we'll be talking about is going to be Malamar and Clodsire. Now this is a very basic core for this Open Great League meta, the season 20 to top Pokemons there. Actually, top Pokemons are both Clodsire, one with Sludge Bomb and one with Stone Edge. That's kind of not good, but strange, but not strange. Oh, what did I say? Well, if you look at this, then Malamar is being dark going to be weak against those fairies. Clodsire being poison is going to be good against those fairies, right? And yep, with that Stone Edge, it can also give coverage against those flyers like Mandibuzz and Talonflame. And Malamar doesn't have a good move against those flyers, especially Mandibuzz, right? Malamar's the other move is going to be superpower, so it's going to be weak against those flyers, right? So with Stone Edge, Clodsire can give a good coverage. So these two share, these two cover each other's weakness pretty well. And the core breakers obviously going to be Mandibuzz and Talonflame and Gastrodon. And Mandibuzz is as a core breaker because if Clodsire has Sludge Bomb, right, then Mandibuzz can win. And if you have Stone Edge in the Clodsire, then it can win Mandibuzz. And Gastrodon can obviously win against Clodsire, and Gastrodon can win Malamar in all shields. So that is how going to be matchup between Malamar and Gastrodon. Malamar loses to Gastrodon in shield place. And Talonflame has the, again, if it doesn't have Stone Edge, then it can tank one Sludge Bomb, and then Talonflame has the ability to win against Clodsire, and it has ability to win against Malamar as well. That is why I kept it in the core breaker, but it can be handled with Clodsire. It's not like clear win for Talonflame. No, Clodsire can win even with Sludge Bomb as well. But yep, I have to keep it in the core breaker section there. And best partner that you can use for this core is going to be Azumarill. Has the ability to beat all 3 core breakers of this core, the number 1 core, and Dugong as well can beat all 3 cores, but it's going to be a little difficult against Talonflame because the moves are Icy Wind and Drill Run, right? And you can also use Mandibuzz itself. Then you would be running Clodsire in the lead and Mandibuzz and Malamar at the back, like ABB double kind of dark, right? And you can handle Talonflame as well with teamwork from Mandibuzz and Clodsire. And you can also run Dunsparce, which can handle both the flyer core breakers like Mandibuzz and Talonflame of this core's core breaker, but not Gastrodon. If you put Dunsparce in this core, then you should run Malamar in the lead and then both weak against Gastrodon at the back. So that's how it's gonna go. Or you can do ABA, and that's how you're gonna play with this core, and it is going to be very, very interesting core. And a lot of the Malamar leads will have Clodsire at the back, and they will also may have Azumarill at the back. That's how it's gonna go. I found a lot of Malamar leads with Clodsire at the back. So yeah, moving on to another core, it's gonna be core number 2, Greninja and Oranguru, the guru there. And if you just look at it, Greninja being dark weak against those fighters, Oranguru being the confusion user can handle those, but not Pangoro. Pangoro has the ability to beat both Oranguru and Greninja here. Yes, Malamar. I mean Oranguru. Why did I say Malamar? I want to say Oranguru with that Trailblaze gives a lot of coverage against a lot of the meta there are going to be ground metas, right? There are going to be ground metas. So it's got Trailblaze. That is why I haven't kept Gastrodon as the core breaker there. And it actually has the ability to beat both Feraligatr and Greninja as well, Gastrodon. So, but Oranguru kind of can do good, but it's still neutral. But I haven't kept it as a core breaker. And Malamar has the ability to beat both Oranguru and Greninja. That is why best partner use fairies like Clefable and Carbink, and definitely run Carbink. And you may have checked out the video, that 4 videos with Greninja in the lead and Oranguru and Carbink team at the back, right? And one of our community member, I'm Slacking Off, has also submitted the battles. Do check out that video as well. This is a very fantastic, one of my top 5 favorite team or core this is. And if you just look at it and look at the rankings, Kotsar, Manibus, Feraligatr, Gastrodon, Diggersby, Carbink, Malamar, Pangoro, Quagsire, Azumarill, Toxapex, Bastardon, Dunsparce, Marowak, all handled. Everything is handled, right? So all clear with this team. And Greninja lead is so good, it can win against a lot of the common leads. There are going to be a lot of Feraligatrs, a lot of Lone Sandslash, a lot of even Mandibuzz, right? There are going to be Talonflame leads, so it's going to be cool. And if you find something like Jumpluff in the lead, you can save swap into your Oranguru, and you've got Carbink at the back, so that's how it's going to go. So moving on to another core, it's going to be core number 3, Talonflame and Diggersby. Now this is kind of very a little bit balanced, but not that balanced, but very balanced. Oh, what am I saying? Now, if you just look at it, Diggersby, right? Diggersby is weak against fighting, being normal, and weak against grass and ice, being ground, right? Fighting, grass, ice. All 3 can be beaten by Talonflame because it's flying and fire, right? And Talonflame is weak against those Carbinks, those Bastidons, right? And even somewhat, even Clotsire and Diggersby can handle all those, right? So this is a very interesting core. Core breakers are obviously going to be Feraligatr, Azumarill, Mandibuzz, and Greninja. Now Mandibuzz, if Diggersby, like Diggersby is Mandibuzz has an upper hand against Diggersby, right? And it's gonna need well, Talonflame has the ability to beat Mandibuzz, but it's kind of neutral, right? So Azumarill and Feraligatr both can beat Diggersby and Talonflame, especially Shadow Feraligatr. And yeah, both being water, they being grounded in fire, right? So best partner is going to be Wigglytuff and Serperior. Wigglytuff has actually the ability to beat all 4 of its core breakers, and Serperior as well. Now Serperior can beat the water core breakers this core has, like Azumarill, Feraligatr, and Greninja. But if you use Serperior, then it's going to require a lot of teamwork against Mandibuzz. You should run maybe Talonflame in the lead, right? And Serperior and Diggersby at the back. And you can also run Diggersby in the lead and like kind of ABA weak to Mandibuzz. But Diggersby can handle, right? Neutral moves like Quick Attack. You can also run Hyper Beam in your Diggersby. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. And yeah, this is going to be another interesting core. Let's move on to another core. It's going to be core number 4, Lone Sandslash, the A-Slash, and Gastrodon. And this core I'm currently using now in the Open Great League, and it's like giving me fine, good results. That is why I kept it here. And I'm actually using Mandibuzz in this core. Lone Sandslash in the lead. And the problem is Talonflame. If you see Talonflame in the lead with your Sandslash, you gotta swap, right? I swap into Gastrodon. But the only neutral move we can throw is gonna be Body Slam, which does very little damage. Core breaker problem is Talonflame. So you can use Azumarill in this core as a best partner, or you can also use Mandibuzz. If you use Mandibuzz and if you see Talonflame in the lead with your own Sandslash, just save swap into Gastrodon. You got Mandibuzz at the back. Mandibuzz can still lose to Talonflame, but you're gonna require a lot of teamwork there. That's how you're gonna play with this core. And you can also run Azumarill, or you can also run Gastrodon in the lead, and if you just find Talonflame, you can just stay. And that's how you're gonna play. So this is really good. And another thing I want to I want you to note in this core while using this core is going to be Azumarill. You're going to require teamwork for Azumarill as well. And Gastrodon can actually beat Azumarill in shield plays, in both shields, right? So that's how you're gonna. If you find Azumarill in the lead, you can just stay, just go for the drill runs, right? You can tank one player off with your A slash. That's how you're gonna play with Alone Stand. Alone Stand Slash and Gastrodon core. And one thing is that initially the core was the core that I just released in the earlier video was Talonflame and Gastrodon. Because Gastrodon is weak against grass and Talonflame. You know, that's how it was, and I started using this team. So just I wanted to put this core in this video, and yeah, this is gonna work. Let's move on to core number 5. Core number 5 is going to be Serperior plus Dunsparce. Now, the basic idea, just look at Serperior weak against those Talonflames. Dunsparce can handle those, right? And Dunsparce is actually gonna be weak against fighters. Serperior has Air Release, the super effective move against the fighters, right? The problem is going to be Clodsire with this team, and that is why I use best partner like Olin Sandslash and Dugong. That's how it's gonna go. Pretty simple. No big idea needed. Nothing needed. Just play simple with this, and easy to run core, easy to run team. This is going to be, and you can run various other teams with Serperior and Dunsparce. Like various other, not only ice, you can run other stuff as well, right? On Sandslash and Dugong are not only the options. And one thing is, Clodsire is not only the core breaker. There are going to be some core breakers, but yeah, I just keep Clodsire. So yeah, that's how this team is gonna go. Let's move on to another core. It's gonna be core number 6, Machamp and Clodsire. Again, just like before, just look at it. Machamp is going to be weak against those fairies and flyers, and with Stone Age and Clodsire, you can deal with flyers as well, and itself being poison can deal against those fairies. Very good core. And Clodsire is weak against ice. Machamp is a fighter, right? Like Alone Sandslash and Dugong, it can destroy those. And core breaker is gonna be Malamar and Gastrodon. And the thing is, Gastrodon wins Machamp, Shadow Machamp in all shields. That is why I kept it as core breaker. And it can obviously beat Clodsire. So Malamar has also the ability to beat both Machamp and Clodsire. And yeah, best partner you can use is going to be Feraligatr. And if you use Feraligatr, then it's going to be a little difficult against Malamar. You can use Clodsire in the lead, and you can do something like ABA type. And if you can also use Feraligatr in the lead and spam those Hydro Cannons, and you can play like that. And Serperior can destroy Gastrodon, right? And Malamar, it's going to be neutral, and you can also use Azumarill. Azumarill can do good against Gastrodon and Malamar, but in shield plays it's gonna be a little bit difficult with Azumarill against Gastrodon, but you can play it like, you know. But the thing is, Machamp is actually neutral, but in shield plays Machamp loses against Gastrodon, so that's how you're gonna need a lot of team plays. And you can also use like Drapion, right? Drapion, if you use Drapion, then you can use Machamp in the lead and double poison at the back. That's how you're gonna play. And if you find Gastrodon in the lead, then you're gonna invest 2 shields. You're gonna play out that way, and you're gonna bait out Gastrodon with your double poison at the back, safe swapping into your Drapion, which is gonna be your safe swap. That's how you're gonna play with this core. This is gonna be another really very interesting core. Right? Let's move on to another core. It's gonna be core number 7, Diggersby and Toxapex. You can also put Tentacruel there, but the bulk, if you put Toxapex, then Diggersby is also bulky, Toxapex is also bulky. It's going to be bulk core. Core breaker, obviously going to be Dugong and Alone Sandslash, which has the ability to beat both our core number 7 Pokemons, and Malamar also. So the thing is, Malamar wins against Diggersby in shields, but loses in 2 shields. Okay, Malamar can win Diggersby in 1 shield, but loses in 2 shields. Yeah, that's the detail about Malamar versus Diggersby. And Malamar wins against Toxapex in shield plays, in 2 shields. So that is why I kept it as core breaker. But in 2 shields, Diggersby, yeah, okay. And I mean, Talonflame, if you use Talonflame, it can win all 3 core breakers, but it's going to be a little difficult against Dugong because of the bulk of Dugong. And if you run Mandibuzz in this team, then you're going to require a lot of team effort against those ice. You can run Toxapex in the lead, right? You can do ABA and Toxapex and Mandibuzz and Diggersby at the back. That is going to be the core breaker. I suggest you run Talonflame, but it's still going to be fine with Mandy. And if you run Toxapex or Diggersby, if you run like Diggersby in the lead with Fire Punch, you can stay in with Alone Sand Slash, right? That's how you're going to play, and you can always tank a move. It's such bulky. And if again with Toxapex, you can tank one Drill Run. Just go for the Brine against Alone Sand Slash, because both your Pokemon at the back are going to be weak against Alone Sand Slash. That's how you're going to play. If you run Mandy, that is, right? If you run Talon, it's going to be a whole different story. That's how you're going to play with this core. And moving on to another core, it's going to be core number 8. And Mandibuzz and Cresselia. The bulk core, another bulk core, right? Now, one being dark, one being psychic, against obviously going to be weak against Alone Sand Slash and Dunsparce as well, because Dunsparce can beat Mandy and Dunsparce in shields can beat Cresselia. Yeah, and Talonflame has the ability to beat both Cresselia and Mandibuzz, like I said like 3 times in this video. That's why you can use Azumarill, which can beat the core breakers, and also Clodsire. But if you use Clodsire, then whole team is going to be weak against Alone Sand Slash. You're going to again require teamwork. That's how this team is going to work. The bulk, and you can take a great advantage utilization of 50-second switch timer with this bulk team. That's how you're gonna run and utilize the core number 8 of our top cores, right? OGL. Now let's move on to another core. It's going to be AWAC and Azumarill. AWAC and Azumarill. So just this is one of the OG core. If you guys remember from the past, from the old days, from the beginning, not the beginning like in the beginning God created heaven and earth, not that beginning, don't go that far, just the beginning of like Go Battle League, right? Alolan Marowak and Azumarill. In the beginning God created heaven and earth. sorry guys, just joke, and don't go that far. Like in the beginning, since the beginning, this core is like doing so good, and even in this meta now, season 20 we are in, this still works very good, right? Just weak against Grass, Azu, and AWAC take care of those, and that's how it's gonna go, right? And AWAC is gonna be weak against those grounds, and Azu can do good, right? Against rocks as well. And yeah, this can cover those jump lofts, and also can do good against Feraligators as well, and covers Mandibuzz, covers like Carbink, but it's going to be hard against Carbink with Azu. So Carbink can be the core breaker. If you don't have Hydro Pump in your Azu, then Bastodon and Carbink are going to be a little difficult. Can be core breaker, and best partners can be Gastrodon, beats both the poison core breakers of this, and Dark as well, right? And yeah, you can use Dugong as well. So that's how this core is gonna work. And this is gonna be interesting core. Yeah, I really like using Alolan Marowak. Alolan Marowak is such a famous Pokemon for Go Battle League in the entire world, right? And let's move on to another core. It's gonna be core number 10, Wigglytuff and Gastrodon. Now, just nothing to understand in this. Nothing to understand that deep. There are things to understand, but not that. You don't need to go that deep here. Just look at the steals, right? Wiggly is gonna be weak against those Bastodons, and Wiggly is gonna be weak against those Clodsires. Gastrodon takes very good, amazing care of those. It destroys those, right? And obviously, Gastrodon, being weak against those flyers like Mandibuzz, Wigglytuff handles them pretty well, right? And also the fighters kind of neutral against Gastrodon, right? Wigglytuff can handle those, and the core breaker are gonna be Jumpluff and Talonflame, right? Because Jumpluff can beat Gastrodon, obviously, and Talonflame can beat Wiggly, and Talonflame can actually beat both, and Jumpluff can has the ability to beat, if it lands that heavy hitting move, then it has good hand against that Wigglytuff as well. That is why I use best partner Bastiodon. Now if you use this is gonna be the toxic. Now I just realized this is gonna be the toxic team, right? If you like put Victory Bell, it's gonna be toxic, but Gastrodon is already toxic in this meta, right? So you can run Gastrodon and Bastiodon and Wigglytuff. Wow. Now Bastiodon can take care of Jumpluff and Talonflame, so that is why I kept it as the best partner. This is gonna be another interesting core, and that is it, guys. I hope you like this core content, and there are other best core videos. Now with this video, it has become 20 best cores that you can use in the OGL Open Great League, right? This is 10, and 3 weeks ago I released another 10. So yeah, if you like the content, then please do leave like and comment and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, guys. So thank you so much, guys.